Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic.
Good evening and welcome back to Mystic Matters. We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Good evening,
Good
Tricia
evening,
Cunningham.
Suzette.
We're winding down here.
We are. We're towards the end of our Mystic Matters season. We do this kind of from February up until December, and then we take a little break for the holidays and for Christmas and Valentine's, because you, who has a jewelry store, are pretty busy around holidays and Valentine's Day. So
why don't we ask Dan what's going on at the Seaport?
That sounds great.
We're finishing out the year as we always do. So if you haven't had your Lantern Light tour yet, we encourage you to buy your ticket and go. Tickets are going fast, and as you know, it's a new story every year. So if you came last year, it'll be even better this year.
Always something new.
Encourage people to do that. We also have a very special book signing and an author presentation coming up on December 12th. It's the Amistad Rebellion. Marcus Rediker is a professor at the University of Pittsburgh, and this is really kind of the newest work in 20 years on the rebellion, and what's important about this one is it's told from the slave's point of view. So it's a really different take. The book is just out. He was going to be here last month, but Sandy washed him out, so we're very happy to be able to rebook him. So it's $20, wine and cheese reception, a great talk from him. He'll sign a copy of the book, and you'll get a great presentation from him telling you lots of things you didn't know about the Amistad.
Okay, what time is that again, Dan?
Starts at 5:30.
Okay, and can you give us your hours, Mystic Seaport's hours, right up until the end of the year?
Yeah, 10 to 4, Thursday through Sunday, 10 to 4.
Great. Okay, Dan?
And don't forget the community carol sing.
Absolutely.
Bring your candy.
That's one of my favorites.
That's one of her favorite things.
It's one of my favorites. You know, it's funny because I talk about this every year, and that one last time, I said I'd never go back when it sleeted and rained, and the donations for the Pawcatuck Neighborhood Center was wonderful. But then I did go back again, because you see the whole community out there. And plus, if you don't sing well, nobody cares.
Yeah, a couple thousand people around you.
Exactly.
It doesn't really matter.
Right.
And when does Lantern Light Tours run until?
It runs until the 26th.
26th?
By there's certain days. Check our website, find your day, get your tour. You can buy online, or you can give us a call.
So I don't know if Dan knows this. Dan might not.
He might not.
He might not.
I think you better tell him.
Okay, so the Lantern Light Tours is really special to me because I met my husband, and our very first date was at Lantern Light Tours.
Really?
Our very first date. It was so cute, and he held my hand, and there's a little dance, at some point worked into the tour, and we did this little dance. It was so much fun, and it was our first date. So Lantern Light Tours holds a very special place in my
And that
heart.
was now over 7 years ago.
Michael O'Farrell actually ended up being our
Oh,
tour
no kidding.
guide, our guide.
Michael, my predecessor.
Yes.
That's great.
Well, Dan, I just want to say something because this is our last show for the year, and it's been a real pleasure having you on board with Mystic Matters every other week.
It's great to be here, and we love doing this when we have the opportunity.
We always loved it. We love the
you.
Mystic Seaport, so thank you very much, and we'll hope to see you next year.
Yep, have a happy new year.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
So, what's going on?
Okay,
because we're gearing up.
We have had several holiday events, or you still have some more to go. We do.
Tricia and I get very giddy at the last
Mystic
Mystic Matters
busy.
because
we have
it's crazy.
We've had the Santa Rise by Tugboat, the boat parade, we've had the Groton Lights parade, so we've had a lot of events. So tomorrow night is the Mystic Stroll in downtown Mystic, and this is a favorite for the community.
It is.
The stores open late. They have little cookies and
little hot toddies in some areas.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to find in some of the stores. Right. Some cookies and things like that, hot chocolate, so cider and things like that. But the stores all stay open from 6 to 9. They stay open a little later that night. And it's great to go out with your friends and family and kind of do some shopping that night, or kind of do some spying, figure out what your loved ones are looking at and what kind of interesting gifts they're interested in. So one of the things, we have some carolers that'll be there, some different musicians in the park, but walking around. They're more strolling throughout. And this year we'll actually have a bell choir, which is a new and different thing too. So we have a lot of musical entertainment that will be walking around. Saxophone Santa will be there as usual. And then we have another Santa that will be there to give the kids candy canes. So it's just a fun event. So that's tomorrow night. So please join us. Also, we have our annual awards dinner that the Chamber does.
This is huge.
The Mystic Chamber of Commerce annual dinner and silent auction, and that is this Thursday night at the Mystic Marriott. And
we're back at the Mystic Marriott.
We are.
Yeah,
yes.
fantastic.
So it's going to be a great dinner, and we have several awards that we give out. So the Chamber has a foundation, and the foundation manages the Joshua Piver Memorial Scholarship Fund. And
tell us about Josh Piver again.
Josh Piver was a gentleman
his
who
life.
from Stonington and Stonington High School graduate, and he worked in the Twin Towers and died in 9/11.
Right.
So we have a scholarship that in his name, we're able to give a $1,500 scholarship to a Stonington High School student every year in his name. So to keep his name going.
Right. His memory alive.
Yeah.
And of course his
and
family
he was a
as
very
well.
well-loved person.
Yes.
A lot of people loved him and have such great things to say about him. I'm sad I didn't get a chance to know him. So our honoree for the Josh Piver Scholarship is Nicholas Sylvia. Then we have an award that the Chamber staff nominates people for the Volunteer of the Year, and that this year is going to Mark and Mike Sawchuk. They help us with Taste of Mystic and Mystic Outdoor Art Festival, cleaning up all of the garbage all weekend long. And with Art Festival, it's manageable. But Taste of Mystic, it's totally crazy, and we need people like that to help. So they volunteer their time, their staff time, and they come out there and they help us all weekend long. So that's
and you actually see them out there.
Oh, they're there all weekend long. And that's not a fun job. So we really appreciate it.
In some instances, I mean, they're the owners. Sometimes you see, they send their crew, but you actually see.
They are there. The
Mark,
owners are there with their crew. They're all there. And then our Employer of the Year is Jonathan Dunkley from Dunkley Cooling and Heating.
Jonathan Dunkley, that is fantastic.
He's a really great employer. You sit back and talk to some of his staff and how many years they've been with him, and how well he treats his staff. So he's very deserving. So we're proud for him.
And also someone that's been in the community a very long time. He's grown up here. He's very well connected. And has given back.
He's given back a lot, tenfold.
Yeah.
And then our Community Service Award recipient is Anna Schneider from ASA Environmental, and she has been involved with Eastern Connecticut Symphony Orchestra, Mystic Art Center. She's someone who gives of her time, doesn't expect anything in return,
and a behind-the-scenes person.
Very behind the scenes. So it's nice to be able to honor someone who works so hard to see our nonprofits succeed, and to be able to recognize her. So it's exciting. So that's my news for the day. I think I'm done.
Well, Tricia, I was sitting here and I'm shaking my head because there's just so much going on. But like you said, after December, after this Thursday, things will start winding down, and hopefully you and your staff can enjoy the rest of the Christmas season. But
I hope you will too.
For us retailers,
the retailers, it goes up until December 24th at whatever time you decide to close.
Right, and Tricia, we have someone that's not new to Mystic Matters and wears a couple of different hats in our community too, but is very much a part of the heart of downtown Mystic.
Indeed.
And we talk about retailing, and of course ours doesn't end until possibly 5 o'clock on December 24th.
Probably later.
A little bit later, whatever. But this afternoon, this evening, I'd like to introduce and welcome back Debbie Giacaruso from Giacarino. I should remember this. I remember this. I know her very well, but she's kind. She's a lovely person, energetic, and has owned fripperies for how long now? I can't
Almost
remember.
20 years.
That's fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
And always just someone who forges forward.
Yes.
In her business and in her small business is always so creative. So let's talk about 20 years ago, how your industry has changed, what your industry is, and looking forward, because you've got some great events coming up.
Wow, how it's changed. Well, everything changes.
Right.
Well, we took it from basically your department store type items to your more boutique-ish items.
Right, specialty.
We are specialty. Yeah. We will go out of our way to find whatever it is that you need. If we can't find it, they're not making it. I'm sorry. It's just not out there. We search high and low. We take care of clients from other businesses that couldn't be satisfied in other businesses. They come to us. But yes, we've gone to the specialty end of it where we specialize in fittings, of course. That's our number one is bra fittings.
And when you say fittings, what do you really mean by that?
8 out of 10 women are not in the correct size foundations. That's what we do. We specialize. We put you in the right size, even though you may not like what we tell you
And
are.
I was just going to say that because I have been fitted down there from Barbara.
Yeah, oh my God.
Okay, Barbara.
No, she's going to come on next year.
Yes, and
that'd be fun.
Oh my gosh.
Have the two of you on the show. Oh.
We wouldn't get to talk.
And I'll tell you, I said, Barbara, that can't be true. And she said it is.
I'm curious what she told you.
Oh,
Tell me later.
What I
Without
thought
going into
I was,
details.
and what she thought, and obviously right. I mean, you know, you want to argue with her, but she absolutely is right. But you've got a great
Right.
staff too. So.
Well, she's fabulous. She's
Yes.
actually been there. I bought her with the store, is what I always tell people. When I bought the store, I bought Barbara too. But she is fabulous. Without her, we wouldn't be there. But, you know, that's what we do. We specialize in fittings. We specialize in you have that backless, strapless dress. You need something to go under it. We fix that. Brides come in for their foundations with their bridesmaids. We do the pen wash sets, which you can't really find anywhere from what everybody is telling me. They're just not out there.
But you know what's important to me?
Because you said you do the what
pen wash sets.
Pen wash
See,
sets.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, it's traditionally what the mother of the bride would buy her daughter, the white set, you know, the gown with the jacket.
Right, for that evening, for that special, the bed jacket. That comes okay, Deb.
But we like to carry, you know, for everybody.
Ourselves, okay?
I know.
Pen why? I got that right away.
She's only been married 6 years. She would know.
I got that right away.
She only get the cute, sexy little stuff, which we also have
The
plenty
cute
of.
little tanky that said wifey.
Yeah.
That came from
Well,
your store.
that actually,
that one's really cute. It was like bedazzled wifey.
Yep, that you can wear forever because you are a wifey.
Yeah.
But you know what I've done, and I've gone from Pentangle and brought the.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect
walked
combination
up the street and said,
on our street with the beautiful gowns. You go get your gown there, and then you go to Frippers to figure out.
How do you manage this? I would say.
Right. I mean, we've sent foundations to her, and she's sent dresses to us. So that works very well.
And that's
on
very
the street.
important. As you know, we go to a lot of black tie events and have to wear a lot of different kinds of specialty gowns and short cocktail dresses. So that has been just a reward to go down there and say, fix this. I don't want to see the lines. Or you know, whatever. You know, but that's your specialty.
It is our specialty, but we also carry the nightwear. You know, people traveling to Florida want something light in the winter. We have that all year long. People who are staying here for what will be our non-existent winter again, we have warm wear as well.
Yes.
And we have. So, and we do specialize in helping gentlemen pick out gifts for their women.
Say you
can
specialize
be difficult
in that.
sometimes.
Yeah, so a guy walks into their store, how do you help them find the right thing?
Well, first of all, we ask him, what do you see her in? Because if you don't see her in what attracts you, you're not going to see her in what attracts you.
I'm so glad you said that.
Okay.
Yes.
So we kind of try to bring you two together on some kind of common ground.
Good.
You know,
because they're not always on that common ground.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. Exactly. So we would like it to come back out more than just one time. So we really.
Well, you're really educating the men.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's important in our world because we definitely don't think the same.
No.
And I think, and they're always so satisfied when they come out of there.
Well, yeah, they keep coming back, so we're doing something right, and we're very grateful for that. So.
Every year you do a fun event that caters especially to the guys. What's that?
We did not have it last year because the Chamber had their own men's night, so we
were doing a men's night.
went that one for us. But this year we're bringing it back. So men's night is always fun. It's December 13th. It's 2.5 hours where it's just for gentlemen only. Sometimes they're just a little more comfortable just knowing a woman's not going to walk in the store.
Right.
However, there are 2 model women in the store. So we're here to help you so you can visualize what it is you're picking out and, you know, will you like it and that kind of thing. So, and you know, we have treats and goodies and wine and sharing. It's always a great, fun night. So,
and when is that?
It's December 13th. It's a Thursday. 6
Thursday,
to 8:30.
that's a good night to do that.
I think it's a good night for the men. They need something to do on a Thursday night.
How do you get past that uncomfortable? They walk in and there's like,
we introduce them to Barbara. That's all it takes.
You know,
that'll do it.
Yeah, say that because
you're right.
She does.
You're right.
You know what, Deb? I'm so glad you said that because Barbara does break down barriers.
She does. She makes everybody feel comfortable. Whether you know it's a gentleman who's coming in, it's his first time, and he wants to buy something nice, or it's that 13-year-old girl that needs to be fit the first time, and mom's not coming in with me, but Barbara somehow gets that girl to be comfortable and can handle that. So, that's really important, you know, because you know when we got bras from mom, it was 34B. I don't care what you looked like. She came home from the store.
That was the average.
34B. That's what
average.
it was.
Yeah.
So it's just not that way today. So
I'm glad you brought that up. So what age do you typically recommend you have girls come in to get fitted in the right size?
When she starts asking her mom, you know, we have the real basic nothing that we could put just about anybody into. If her friends start to wear when she wants something. So we have that something to put her in, even though she's not quite there. So, I mean, as soon as she starts asking or she notices her friends, then I would bring her in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's anywhere between 11 and 13. It's just been on the girl today. So, and I love to describe it as a shopping experience for these girls. If you go to Europe, that's a shopping experience for a mom and a daughter. Yeah. I mean, that's how she learns to appreciate beautiful lingerie. They buy 1 to 2 sets a year. That's it. But they buy beautiful ones, and they start their girls out young, and they just learn to appreciate it's not something they have to go in and buy all the time, but they learn to appreciate beauty and quality, and that's a big difference, you know. And
you say quality, how are you supposed to take care of some of your items?
Well, all of my distributors will tell you to hand wash. I'm not that good, okay? I use a washer bag, and everything I have from my, you know, not so expensive to my really expensive, go in that washer bag, and they do go on the gentle cycle. But they all get laid out to dry. Yeah. That is the key. That's the key. Dry. You don't want to put it near the heat. Heat will kill the elastics on anything, so you just, no matter what it is, you don't want to put it.
And then you get all wound up in the dryer if you do that.
Yeah, put it in a washer bag. If you don't have a washer bag, we tell people use a pillowcase. Anything you can tie. So the hooks don't hook things, and things don't get tangled up into that as well.
Yeah,
so
and that helps
pretty
last.
easy.
I mean, you are buying these beautiful pieces of
an investment.
They'll last forever.
Clothing,
I mean, they'll last you a long time. They will last you a really long time if you take good care of them.
Yeah.
So.
Now, is there a particular material that you like? A particular fabric?
You know, I like the micro modals that they have out today. They're actually, you know, they feel real silky. They're not a silk. A lot of people confuse them with the polyester of 20 years ago.
Yes,
that they don't
that's
want.
what I was.
That's not the case. Okay. They're actually natural fabrics that are made out of trees. So they breathe just like a cotton does, but they have a little elastic to them. So they take back their shape, which is great. Everybody comes through the door wanting cotton. Cotton's great, but cotton doesn't wick moisture. Cotton takes long to dry. Cotton will lose its elasticity.
Easily, I don't think.
It's not the perfect fabric in my eyes. I mean, we have it because that's what people want, but it's, you know, it's not my personal choice.
And what was the product you called it?
It's a microfiber.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really smooth and feels silky, and it's great. But
I kind of want to get back to fitting some of these young girls. How important is a bra fitting to your posture?
Oh, absolutely important. We actually work with physical therapists.
It starts there, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we get a lot of people from physical therapists who have shoulder problems and have back problems because if you're not wearing the proper bra, you're not supporting anything. So you're hanging down, you're leaning forward. That's just not good for anything. Shoulders, back, whatever it is you're doing. And the nice thing about it is that when we put you in the proper size, you automatically stand up straighter. So I tell everybody you're thinner. You have a waist and you're taller. So it's a wonderful thing.
Right.
You know, some of them have to get used to it because they're used to bras that, you know, you could wrap around them a few times and they're like, but this is so comfortable. Like, yeah, because you don't feel like you're wearing anything. So now I'm putting you in something that you feel, it shouldn't hurt, it shouldn't cause you pain.
Right.
But yeah, you're going to feel that it's there, but it's going to support you. And
what's your size range that you go to?
Oh my God, we have 30. Well, we start at 30 A's and we have 48 H's and I's
a broad,
and J's.
I mean,
range, whatever you need.
Fit anybody that walks in the door, pretty much.
Well, Barbara is funny. I mean,
there's nobody that's little that works in our store, so we have it all.
Right. I mean, the first thing you get is you're wearing the wrong bra. You know?
I said, okay,
well,
Barbara.
hello to you too.
Yes, exactly. It's so nice to see you as well. But it is important when I started listening to why and how and. She has a lot of information. It just made sense. And the reason why I brought up the posture thing, because that really was initially, and goes back quite a few years, what I was having problems with. I thought, what is wrong? I've always had great posture, but it was definitely the size of the bra in itself. And once I got used to, because it is kind of shocking at first when you're told. You wore this one side, you're told a totally different story.
Exactly. And getting back to the young girls, it's really important that they be fit for sports bras. They're all involved in school sports, and you should not be wearing the one you wear all day long to be running around or doing anything. It's just, and you shouldn't be wearing your sports bra all day either because it's not made for that, and it's going to be uncomfortable. But they really should have both, and a lot of girls
do you sell both at your store?
Oh, we absolutely do. But a lot of the high school girls think, I'm young, I'm good, now I'm perky now. Yeah, but let's keep you there.
Yeah. Now, what's your favorite item to sell, Deb? What do you like to sell?
My favorite item to sell. I really like the lingerie. I like the the European bras and panties. I mean, I just love beauty.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the gowns too, and they are beautiful. But I just love beautiful lingerie.
Right. And the nice packaging and everything that goes along with it. Yeah. So is lace still very much...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So is there different kinds of laces?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, and you can feel the quality, the difference. You get a less expensive, and I don't want to say inexpensive because there's a lot of things that are not inexpensive, but they just don't feel nice. They're scratchy, they're itchy. You go to our European brands, and most of the lace comes from Europe. It's either Italian lace, it's French lace, whatever. You feel that. And it's soft, and it just sits nice, and it feels good, and it doesn't scratch you. And people say, "Why is this so expensive?" And it's like, if you actually look at how it's made, if you have a flower on one side, you're going to have that flower on the other side in exactly the same spot.
Right.
So you have as much fabric on the cutting room floor as you have in your hand. So there's a lot of hand details.
And how it's made. If it's that comfortable and not scratchy, then there's a lot of attention to those details.
A lot of attention to details. A lot of bras have little Swarovski crystals on them now.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to looking at Frippery's beautiful window. And why don't we say where your location is? Let's say that. Where's your location?
We are at 15 West Main Street, downtown, near the drawbridge. But we are right next to Why Ever Not. Yep. So, and we now have a view, so we love people to come now. We got rid of the wall. Thank you, Sandy, for one thing. We now have a view, so if you knew where the green wall was, you know where we are.
Yeah. But I just recently walked past Frippery's window, and I thought, wow, look at the beading and the crystals on some of the lingerie. And I thought, how beautiful. And, it makes you feel beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, that's the important thing.
Like, it's no one else is seeing it, but
right,
you know.
Right. You know it's there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I tell women that all the time. We really are not, and I just went through this conversation. You're not buying lingerie for men. Men leave it on for a minute. Boom. And I'm like, you know what? You're buying it for yourself.
No, yourself.
You're not buying it for them. You put it on. It's the first thing you put on in the morning, the last thing you take off. It makes you feel beautiful, and you behave differently throughout the day because of that.
Oh, I
agree.
I can't believe you said that, because that is so true.
Yeah, so you buy it for yourself. Don't worry. These women will come in and say, oh, I have nobody to wear this for. It's like, it makes me cringe.
No,
it's
you
like,
wear it for yourself.
Who are you? It's absolutely
I think it's changing the thinking,
That's
too,
wonderful.
Deb. It's changing the thinking
you're educating
about yourself.
the women, too.
We're trying.
That's great.
Right.
That's great.
Well, let's get out there. Do you have a website?
We do have a website, www.fripperysltd.com. And one other thing we carry that maybe people don't know are bathing suits, but we carry sized bathing suits because
they're different, because you're different sizes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And we carry bra-sized swimwear because it just gives better support.
Yeah.
We like it better. So
that's terrific. So all those
make
people
sure we
planning vacations coming up, and you don't know where to get your swimsuit this time of year.
We still have a nice inventory, and the new stuff, the cruise wear is coming in. So
good.
Okay, good. So just mention Men's Night again, because I think that's so important. I've got cards to put in my store as well, and I just emailed my manager, and her answer back was, woohoo, okay, tell Jason. So I'm going to tell you, this means a lot. So let's just mention the Men's Night again.
Men's
it's coming
Night
up.
is December 13th, 6 to 8:30 p.m. It's Thursday night.
Yeah.
Well, Deb, you're not a stranger to Mystic Meadows, and we just love having you on because
having
you're
me.
so
I love to come on.
energetic.
But next time we will bring Barbara.
Yes,
that
will
be fun.
Well, then you know what? That'll make it easy for Tricia and I. We won't have to talk. You know, right? So that we wish you a very, very great holiday season.
Thank you. You too.
For you
too. To all of us,
Main Street,
actually.
Yes, and all
of
of Main Street. And once again, just want to get out there. And Tricia and I always drive this in at this time. Please shop local. Like Deborah said, if you don't have it in the store, she will find it.
Absolutely.
And she will also recommend somebody down the street that may have something that you would like to add on to one of the gifts that you buy at her store. So please, shop local. It's critical. We need the business as we go forward. So, Tricia, one of our last shows this evening, so I will see you next year, and thank you for doing such a great job year round.
Thanks for being my co-host all year. It's terrific.
Well, we're going to have fun next year, too. Deb, make sure you get back on again next year, too, because we love you.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Good evening. We are Mystic Matters.
Your soul and spirit fly into Mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into Mystic, into Mystic, into Mystic.